So this mini session is really for me to give you very good information about the main product we have at Canson available here in Ireland through Hills. So this morning you got the session with Dermot and you discover the Moulin du Roi paper, Moulin du Roi. So if I recap really quickly, this is the artist quality watercolor paper by Canson. It is been designed recently. We put all the effort in trying to make something really good using the latest technology available to get a really watercolor paper that is strong, forgiving, but still will give you good color brightness. Features, it's 100% cotton. It is wool made, so traditional made. It looks like an handmade paper. And therefore, it will be robust. It will accept the water really well. And it's available in 3 different textures: smooth, knot, and rough. We managed to get something different in the market because the texture are really in the extreme. So you will get the smooth is really, really smooth, great for botanical artists, or also for colored pencil artists. The rough is rougher. People love because often it's a rough. It's a rough paper. And the knot is pretty. It's really in the middle. Did you have any questions this morning that you didn't ask about that paper, or about any other watercolor paper in the market that you wonder what's the difference?
Yeah, so you spoke about art being with the gelatin, and that was completely soaked in it. This has a surface.
There's no gelatin at all.
No gelatin, that's what I thought, yeah.
So that's why it's whiter, because that's the gelatin that make Arch or Sanders or Fabriano a bit more beige.
Okay.
Gelatin, in a few words, gelatin is great. It gives a great color brightness. Disadvantage, it makes it harder to work. Yeah. So paper for gelatin for good artists. Yeah. So that was Moulin du Roi. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate. You have my card, so you can ask me anything. Send me an email. I'll reply. It's available in pads, in big sheets. Sheets are watermarked and for decollage, so it looks really nice. You have the little Moulin du Roi watermark. It's available also in 2 weight, 300 GSM and 640 GSM. In the catalog, it's not in 640 GSM, but know that it exists because you might have some requests about it. So now we're going to move on to the pastel paper by Canson. So, a very old pastel paper we designed at Canson is the Mi-Teintes that you may know. You must know Mi-Teintes. It's pastel paper that we basically designing this paper. We invented pulp dyed paper. So it's when you throw it apart. The color is also inside the paper. So that's Canson that invented that processes with Mi-Teintes. What is unique about Mi-Teintes? It is its grain. You like it or you don't like it. It's a honeycomb grain. So you can really play with the transparency and play with the color of the initial paper you chose. So you can see, I see the brown in, sorry, you can see the brown through the yellow. When you blend it, you're going to have a softer effect, but you're still going to see the grain and still kind of see the brown. And then I'm going to add another layers. I'll take white. So basically the idea is like you see the white, you see the yellow, and you see the brown. So imagine for a pastel artist how much you can play with colors. This is the highest cotton content pastel paper still available in the market. This sample, guys, touch that samples. You must have one around. How does it feel? Yeah. It's not a sandpaper. We just didn't go to B&Q and go there and call it a pastel paper. It's the new pastel paper designed by Canson. It's called Mi-Teintes. Somebody made me realize, an English person made me realize that it sounds a little bit like let's meet and touch. I didn't know. Well, you can sell, like, it can be a selling point, why not? So meet and touch, basically the idea, there's not one better than the other, it's completely different. We have had a good reaction from the end user on that one. because the advantage of Mi-Teintes, it is open to many, you can like explore quite a lot with Mi-Teintes. First advantage, because of the sanded microabrasive texture, it will take, that you can't really see that one, it will take multiple layers. And how do you see that it is a good quality paper, that we just didn't buy it at B&Q? It's because it grabs the pastel really well, and that has not been really nice. I'm going to snap it quite a lot. There's not a pigment of pastel on that white sheets. So that's really good for the artist, because it means that it's not going to use that much of the pastel. So, I mean, everything is done to cost nowadays, so you want to not overuse your material. When you blend that paper, so I'm going to ask you to blend it at the same time, so imaginary blend, just to make you see that it's not going to rip your finger off. So we work with pastel artists to try to design something that is quite nice to use. So if you continue to do it, you'll see it's fine. It's not that sore. Another really great thing about that paper, it's a mixed media paper. So you can blend pastel pigment using water. You can use watercolor paint on this. So you can like do stuff, well, I'm not the best artist ever, but you see the point. If you use watercolor, you need to not use too much water. It's not a watercolor paper, but you can play. You can play with acrylic. So you can really like add very heavy relief type of thing on that paper to really play with, you know, like having something a bit more lively, a bit more relief. So that's something really new and really unique about the pastel paper. Do you have any question about those two papers?
What is the grammage on the Mi-Teintes again?
355. Okay. So yeah, it's heavier. It's heavy. It's 160, yeah, GSM for the normal Mi-Teintes. Mi-Teintes come in pads and sheets and in 14 colors. And it has a nice frame around every sheet. So you just tape it, do your thing, give it a little blow, and then you have like a finished look to it.
Does that come in bigger sheets as well, or is it just
50 by 65 centimeter, yeah.
And does it come in packs with all the different colours, or is it the same colour for every pack?
For the sheets, it comes same color.
Same colour, okay.
So 10 sheets in the pack.
Okay.
And for the pad, it's 12 sheets and 2 sheets of 3 different colors. So today you have quite good discount. So if you want to give it a go in your store, it's the day to try it. Now I'm going to move on. So is that all right? Do you have a question? So now I'm going to move on to the XL. So you must already know or already have seen these pads. What is XL? So the XL range at Canson, it's a range that it's basically we designed for heavy user. So we can think of student love XL, and for amateurs that are just starting. Why? Because it's Canson quality paper at a low price, because there's a lot of sheets, so you can go through it. So we have 10 different paper in the range, covering sketch, mixed media, watercolor, drawing, and more extravagant and more new things. Like one of my favorite is the craft. So now we didn't, once again, just went to buy wrapping paper and say you can draw on it. We really designed a real drawing paper that we make it look like a wrapping paper. So that's why it doesn't cost like a wrapping paper either. But yeah, so that is a new product in the range. We also bring in the XL Aquarelle or XL Watercolor, specially designed for watercolor once again. So it's 300 GSM. Sized in a way that it will gonna be really forgiving. So the lift off on this is really good. The grain is different, really, mainly. That would be the grain is different, but both are 100% cellulose, and both are made on a Fourdinier machine, so a more recent machine. So it's really the grain. Then you have black drawing, so similar than the things you tried this morning with Inktense. So you have you will have in your goodie bags every single paper of the XL range. And what is pretty good is that they've designed this year a merchandising which is finally adapted to store in Ireland in the UK, because store can be small. And sometimes they come back to us with huge things and tell us, yeah, sell it in store. Well, no, they don't have the room. So they come back with this merchandising you must have so. It's like a totem. You have 8 shelves, and you can really have a good range display. So you get the best sellers. Really, those are really big seller in the country. And then you can like give a go to the new product and see what's the reaction, and it's displayed really nicely, and you get a good discount today. I think if you buy the content and the merchandise, you'll have like quite a good price. Oh God, perfect timing.